Sunday, February 12, 2012. This is Mercedes Diesel Guy, and this is my 1991 VW Vanagon. For those who have not been following, back in October the engine died on me. The bottom end is damaged. It'll still start and run, but is undrivable. It doesn't hold oil pressure anymore, and I'm sure the next time I get it up to temperature it will lock. So I got it home just in time, and it's been in storage now for the fall and the winter. This is the new engine I picked up last week off of Craigslist. Got a good deal on it. It was a running takeout from for an engine conversion in another Vanagon. So the shop that took it out did a compression test. It's healthy. So I'm just going to do a very brief video here discussing the engine in this project. I've got almost everything here with the engine. You can see the most of the fuel injection stuff up top here. It's not going to be a one-day swap here to put this into the van. There's a couple of reasons. This engine came out of an automatic. Mine is a 4-speed manual. I'm actually going to have to, once I have my engine out, swap over the flex plate, take the flex plate off this engine, swap on the flywheel and clutch from my engine, and set crankshaft end play, and replace the seal back there. And I've never done that before, but I've been researching the process, and that has to be done. Also, I'm gonna have to swap out the two rear lower engine to transmission mounting studs, because I believe the ones here on the automatic engine are shorter than the ones on my engine. So I've got to transplant those. Got the carrier bar here, but as you can see, it's all may as well just put on. It's much better. You can see the carrier bar here is all loose. I need new engine mounts for this engine, so I'll have to get those. I'm going to completely take off the AC compressor and bracket because I don't have air conditioning in my van. That's just extra dead weight and gets in the way of other stuff. Obviously, I'm going to put new oil pressure switches on it. I'm probably going to take the brand new ones off of my engine because I drove maybe 200 miles with them, not much at all. Once my engine is out, I'm also going to have to transplant the distributor, because as you see right there, there is no distributor on this engine. It seems to be the only thing really missing. I'm going to take this power steering pump off because mine is good, and I don't have to. I don't even have to crack open the system in my van. I just have to dismount the pump, hang it out of the way to get the engine out. I'm probably going to use my alternator because mine I know is good. Just keep this for a spare. I don't know if the AC compressor works or not. Might sell it just as an unknown. The exhaust in this engine. Okay, I'm going to make this the rest of this video quick. I ran out of tape, and I'm also almost out of battery. So, anyhow, like I said, the power steering pump from my engine will stay. I'll remove this. Probably going to reuse the alternator from my engine because I know it's good. And even though, you know, I probably should get all brand new belts and hoses or everything, the coolant hoses, the full set for this van, they're expensive, and I did them, you know, a year or two ago, and they're still in like brand new condition because I never drive the van and I keep it, take really good care of it. So I'm going to transfer all of those that I can to this engine. The drive belts, I know I put absolute brand new ones on this summer, and drove, what, 200 miles on them? They're going on this engine. It's not that I'm being cheap, it's just that I'm being poor. There is a difference. I am going to get new spark plugs, maybe a new cap and rotor, because I'm not sure exactly when I last did them on my van. But the wires I'm going to reuse probably from my engine, keep these as a spare because I don't know if there's anything wrong with them. Like I said, the exhaust is in good shape. But there's not too much I can do to this engine until I get mine out. I can do some of the basics, a bit of the stripping down. and a bit of cleaning. Obviously, I'll have to seal it up to make sure I don't get anything into the engine. Also, the whole intake off my engine is going to go here because I put new intake boots on mine, and I think there might be some differences between the manual and the automatic, especially with respect to throttle setup. So I'll just transfer all of that from my engine because I know it's good. And that should probably just about do it. Also, in reference to the flex plate flywheel situation, I'm going to have to add a pilot bearing to the crankshaft because the automatics don't have that. No big deal though. That just kind of gets set in there into the crankshaft. So plenty of work to do, and I know I've had folks requesting this. I posted a video on my Dayhan folding bike yesterday, and somebody actually responded, no, do the bike later, get to the engine swap now. And, well, I did finish up the Dayhan more or less today. Still needs a little tuning, but it's together again. The big reason I didn't work on the van this weekend is because it's cold, and I really don't have the room to do it in here. I don't think I quite have the ceiling height necessary to raise the van up and get the old engine out. So I'm probably going to have to pull the van out to the driveway to do that. A lot more space out there to work. So that's really all for now. Just kind of came out here tonight to make a list of parts that I need to buy. And then, weather permitting, next weekend I'll crack into this. Weather is the big thing. It's still winter, and I'm not really under a lot of pressure to get the van running on a specific time frame, although it would be great to have a backup car again. So anyhow, that's where I am. Gonna get back to work next weekend. Do a little stripping down, some cleaning, and then basically once I have this engine as far as I can take it without parts from the other one, then I'm going to get on taking the old engine out of the van. And, hopefully that won't be more than a weekend's worth of my time. I've never done it before. I mean, I've looked at the process online, but even though certain jobs, they say they're pretty easy, only takes a couple of hours, I've never done it before. The closest thing I've ever done to this is take the transmission out of a Subaru and transplant that into another Subaru. Never taken an engine out before, although logically it's very similar. I'm going to be using my flat top transmission jack to get the engine out of the van from the bottom to lower it out. So, thanks for watching, and I'll have more action for you next weekend, I promise.